That's one of the biggest issues here right now is the people that were born here. We just take it for granted. We just think that it's totally fine, communist, capitalist, communist freedom. Hey, what's the difference? Communists actually might be a little better. Like you hear that a lot, and they don't realize I've never met people more dedicated to the cause of freedom than Chinese expats. I mean, people who have lived under communism truly understand the horror that can be experienced there. And so you guys really fight harder, and it's a shame to see Americans not fighting as hard as you guys. We've gotten soft. We've gotten used to having freedom, and if we get used to it, that's how you lose it. So, I really, again, just admire the risk you guys are taking in doing this. We in America should be thankful for how privileged we are that we don't have to fight in the way that you guys do. And you see the way the CCP is handling things right now. They're using the World Economic Forum, and the World Economic Forum is using the CCP as a model that they want to export to the rest of the world. And they're doing it. I mean, they're not asking permission. They're just doing it. And so if we have to stand up against it, we have to speak out against it. We have to let people know, make people aware that this is what's happening. And I've been reading you guys' literature and realizing just how thoroughly this is already being done in America. I mean, people have no idea how the effect that the CCP already having on American politics. And it's probably the biggest threat we face at this point, to be honest. And the Chinese Communist Party has gotten away with the greatest crimes against humanity the world has ever seen, from Tiananmen Square to the COVID lockdowns. And they get away with it. So what happens when the whole world goes under that system? Nobody is left to fight. There's no other nation across the sea that's going to come free us or help fight for our freedom. So if that gets implemented here, that's it. It's game over, because that's what the ultimate revolution that they're trying to bring about. And again, the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, the people in charge, the unelected, bureaucratic, corporatist leaders that all have, just the biggest scum of the earth, but they have told us in no uncertain terms, the Chinese Communist Party is the vision of the future. We're going to export the Chinese Communist Party style, and they did it through COVID. That was recently released with Anthony Fauci, people going over to China and coming back and saying, we got to do over there, or we got to do over here what they do over there. I mean, they're announcing it at this point. If you can't wake up now, it's almost too late. I'm looking at the video you guys are playing, and it's like Hong Kong. If Hong Kong can't be a great example of the pernicious activity of the Chinese Communist Party, we should have stopped it there. I'm ashamed at the West not standing up for the Hong Kong protesters during that event, but Taiwan's probably next on the list, and it's just going to be a domino effect going down, and it's now or never, honestly.
Absolutely, and you know what we say: today's Hong Kong, tomorrow's U.S.
100%, absolutely, and they didn't need to do it with tanks rolling in the streets. They did it with money. They did it with influence. They did it with threats. It is literally happening as we speak, and the academy is a part of it. The universities are a part of it. The politicians are a part of it. And even as you point out, the lawyers and the corporations, they think it's just, hey, they got the money, so we'll work for them. It's just a check you're cashing. No, you're cashing out your soul. You're selling out the very thing that your forefathers fought for. How can you do that and still sleep with yourself at night? These people are evil, honestly. It's a spiritual battle, and the people standing up against China right now are clearly on the side of God, on the side of humanity, versus this technocratic monster that the CCP represents.